Welcome to Let's Talk Jets Radio.
Mr. Primetime.
Thought I'd be feeling a little better about this Victory Monday.
Why aren't you? I feel great. What's wrong? It's Victory Monday.
As long as we don't talk baseball tonight, we're good.
I'm not talking baseball. This is Let's Talk Jets. We don't talk about. I mean, baseball starts tomorrow.
You don't talk baseball. I don't talk beer pong.
That's fine. I mean, baseball starts tomorrow. I'm not sure baseball fans are all worried about it right now. It's nothing really bothering me at all.
101 victories.
Victory Monday for the Giants. Victory Monday for the Jets.
Let's keep it all about the Jets tonight.
All about football today. All about winning. We don't talk about losing or losers or chokers. We talk all about winning.
That deflated me. So
What's up, Mr. Tyrone?
Two hands up.
Bring the energy back,
Tyrone. 2 hands up. Keep them up. Hey.
Don't let me sap the energy out of the show.
Thank you to all those amazing ladies with the 2-hand challenge, the knee challenge. I really appreciate all you ladies are doing and the hard work. And prime time, I was watching last night, but I'm not sure, and I don't want to bring this up. Did the Mets lose last night? Did they?
Did you not hear what we just said?
I heard everything you said, but I had to get you prime time.
You didn't see the Vaseline on the guy's ear? No, I'm not going to be that fair. I'm not going to go down that road.
I know. Bro, I watched
you got our asses beat. We didn't show up. One hit.
I watched your video prime time. You looked horrible, bro. You looked sad, bro.
Dude, my heart was broken, and I was on like an hour and a half sleep within like 2 days with all the tailgate prep. Oh my God.
Victory Monday, you were over there just like, yeah, man, I just want to say this. I was like, shit. And
it got better 2 minutes in when I finally got to the Jets. But
I drove last night. Look, I don't even work on weekends, right? But she called me and she was like, look, she said, what will it take for you to work this weekend? I said, an act of Congress. She said, well, what if I make you an offer? I said, look, sweetheart, don't even start it because I'm probably going to say no. She gave me a number. And I couldn't even say no to, bro. Bro, for real. Like, I was like, did you say what I just? She was like, yeah, okay. You know what? No problem. I'll make it happen. Hey, thanks, man, man. You got to stop sending so much money, bro. I'm going to let you know. I ain't even going to
free tailgate pass for life for Valentine.
Yo, bro, I'm not even going to charge you for hugs, man. I promise, man. All hugs you want, man. More than one, multiple hugs.
Do you charge for responses to tweets, or how's that work?
No, I mean, I don't respond. Listen,
you're right. You don't respond.
Hey,
you're
listen,
right.
No. Listen.
You're right.
Hey, actually, I did respond, and when we get off the air, I got a bone to pick with both of y'all. We need to talk about something because we all realize what we're gonna talk about. So I just want to say I'll leave that for off the air. But Victory Monday, baby, yeah, baby. Oh my God.
So what? we got Victory Monday. So we'll start off with just. I guess the environment in the stadium was just different yesterday. The parking lot, I mean, by 9:30, 10 o'clock, the parking lot was full. You could feel the energy, man, where it was like it had that like big game feel, like a lot of expectations. The crowd was ready. The fans were ready. That was cool, primetime. It's the first time in a while. There's probably more hype in that game yesterday than it was the home opener.
It was so cool to get that back, especially in the fourth quarter, just, singing and serenading all the Dolphin fans on their way out of their fake MetLife takeover. Like, that was good, man. Like, just having the stadium, first off, the stadium filled up. I know it took like maybe, 15 or 20 minutes into the game. The lines were just ridiculous trying to get in. So it took a lot of people, a little bit of time to get to their seats. But by midway through the first quarter, that building was absolutely filled up. There were a decent amount of Dolphin fans there, but the Jet fans definitely outnumber them. They were louder than them. And by the fourth quarter, once the Jets took that game over, it was just an absolute party. So it was so cool to see that.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. Like, I was sitting by like 5 or 6 Dolphin fans sitting from me, all the big orange jerseys and all this other nonsense, and they were just looking at me, and I'm like, bro, we'll be here all day, dude. We're just
they were miserable walking out. Yeah. All the chants and the singing, they were.
How do y'all start without the most important part, though? Because there are 2 things I noticed from the tailgate. Number one, primetime, your steaks looked amazing. Even though you didn't know they were done. Even though you didn't know they were done.
I'm still figuring out this grill, man. This grill's tricky to work with, man.
You and this grill is a problem. And Tyson.
It's becoming a problem.
Yo.
The GOAT, the greatest of all time. You lost in table pong, man?
Until I saved the day. Until I saved the day.
When I saw is he
I'm
was
not
bad.
sure what table pong is called. It's called beer pong. My
Beer
partner
pong,
was
whatever.
worthless.
I'm just saying. I said, yo, hold on. Is
So
Tyson
you
down
needed a
again?
professional like myself to come and save the
Is
day.
Tyson down again?
I'm not sure where again came from. I had a
And,
worthless
yo,
partner, and then when the going
I
got
mean,
tough,
Steve
I got
had you on the
going.
ropes at one point.
Did I lose?
You didn't.
That's all that matters.
And then my brother was in the building. Did I see that guy, that bald-headed guy, that smooth guy from Florida? That man named Jay was in the building?
He was.
He was there.
Yo, I was like, yo, I saw all three y'all together. I was like, yo, tear dropped up my eye, man. I was hurt. I was really hurt.
Yeah,
I
and
was
you could. So then you're
man back
I could have been
together?
there, but I wasn't.
I mean,
We
pretty
were
much.
taking over/under bets on how many games you're going to come
Hey,
to this year.
Hey,
The
listen.
over/under set at 0.5.
Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
And everyone's taking the under.
Listen. I'm gonna be really honest with y'all. And I don't talk too much business, but it was 4 zeros and a number in front of it. So I'm just gonna be really honest with you. She gave me the grip. So I'm just saying.
Shit.
Yeah.
Right? Listen, so we'll go back to the game. So we talked about the stadium environment, which is really cool, and then we go to how they wanted to start off, because a game like this, the Jets defense always starts off slow. The offense is kind of sluggish. They come out with a blitz, first play, blitz, smoke Teddy Bridgewater, a Sauce Gardner blitz, and that's something that they don't usually do like this. So two things: you give credit for Saleh for his film study and their approach, and for that attack right off the bat, dude. You gotta give credit where it's due.
That was actually a play that they showed at one of the practices that we were at in training camp.
Yep.
Sauce pretty much came in right off the edge, the same kind of thing. And it's funny too, because if it wasn't for the delay and the review, I don't think Teddy Bridgewater comes out of that game.
Nope.
He gave the thumbs up like he was ready to go. If not for the timeout, the delay, and everything else, he's not getting evaluated, and he's playing the rest of that game.
Yep.
So that was huge.
We're talking about Miami, so they're definitely going to question anything they say. But listen, watching Saul come off the edge like that, and I was like, yo, is that a fumble? And then, it was like, it was a good hit. You know what I'm saying? He did everything correctly, bro. I'm like, yo, it was a great play. And watching Sauce, man, when I say, man, I love this kid, bro, I love this kid.
He's different, man.
Yes,
Sauce
he
is just
bro.
different. He had the big pick.
Man.
He had the sack. Like that big play to knock out Bridgewater. But that's just like, and you go, so that sets the tone, though. Sets the tone for the game right there.
Yep.
You had Braden Mann with 2 good punts. Like the first quarter, like you saw a lot of really good things. But then, so you go from that to the offense comes on the field. Dwayne Brown's playing left tackle. AVT's playing right tackle. You're like, what? Like this guy's like, he's team MVP, dude. He is taking one for the team every week, dude.
AVT is doing in one season what Joe Klecko did his entire career.
Yep.
He might go to the Pro Bowl at 3 positions this year.
Bro.
I mean, he's playing at a Pro Bowl level at all 3 positions that he's played at right now, and that's absolutely insane for a guy that hasn't played tackle since what, like his sophomore year in college?
Listen. I'm gonna say this right here.
It is crazy what he's doing right now.
Damian Woody said something that was so dope. He said, listen, somebody was complaining about it. He was like, yo, you have no clue how hard that is. Mm-hmm. And to a player who he has never played right tackle in his career. Nope. To come in there in the NFL level, playing against some of the best players in the world.
That just shows how talented he is.
And not give up
to make the transition
not
that
give up
seamlessly,
one pressure, bro. Did not give up one pressure. Are you serious?
Yep.
That's crazy.
But
bro.
then you think about that though. So you have him playing at right tackle. Dwayne Brown, his first came back, he's clearly not 100%. So again, you're all still learning each other. Because now Laken Tomlinson's got to learn Dwayne Brown. Herbig's got to learn AVT. Like, dude, it's like a whole makeshift. And you're like, all right, hopefully this plays out where Zach's not going to get killed. He got sacked a couple times where he got smoked, but you adjust. They were able to run the ball a little bit, which is good. So then you go from, I guess we'll start with Zach, where I thought he played great, dude. He had full command of the offense. He looks like comfortable where he's reading defenses, quick reads, gets rid of it. He knows what he's looking for. He knows his checks. Quick, like even like the short passing game was good yesterday. Like he looks sharp, man.
I thought this was like low key one of his best performances as a Jet. He didn't have any of the big downplay, like, the point to Corey Davis. I mean, he tried for one of them. I think it was to Conklin. He overthrew it a little bit. But even on his misses, he was putting it in a place where only his receiver could get it or it was going to go out of bounds or some shit like that. And yeah, like you said, he looked comfortable. He looked confident. He was going through his reads. Like it looks like the game is just slowing down for him at this point. And his accuracy was much improved from where it was last week. It looks like everything's slowing down and he's looking like the part right now.
Key word for me, he looked comfortable. He looked comfortable and he looked like he was in command of offense. And this kid, he took what the defense gave him, and that's all we've been asking for. So, listen,
The easy
nothing.
throws that were supposed to be
Yep.
easier, we're starting to look
Yep.
easy.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely. And even the screen passes in the side out, the quick outs, he still put a little zip on it, but they were up more. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
His feet were great, bro. No complaints. Great job.
So you go from Zach to the running backs, man. Brees Hall breakout game where it's just like we criticized him a little bit for his like pass catching out of backfield, but him and Michael Carter, man, are explosive. You can't take them down. They fight for every yard. They're shifty. They're explosive. But Brees Hall, man, that was just a breakout game. That was just amazing.
Just seems like he's a different runner from what he was doing the first 2 weeks. It seems like he's just more violent. He's finishing off his runs. He's got stiff arms, just running through guys. Like he's getting those extra yards the same way that, Carter came into the league and was doing that right from the beginning. And Brees Hall, he's got the size. He's got more speed. Like he's got that like legitimate top 10 like running back potential. So it's nice to see him breaking out already.
Watching him run the ball, it's like this kid is so shifty, and he has his second gear, man. Exactly, and he gets in and out of it, man. Like, he'll stop on a dime and then explode at the same time, man. Listen, that play up the side, bro. When Zach hit him on the side, bro, that and him
79
fighting,
yards.
And carrying the Miami guy with him, bro. Like, that was, every run he had, bro. Like, because it's a breakdown of all his runs, man. This kid just looks so fluent, so quick, so.
I was getting flashbacks
so
of Braylon Edwards dragging the Patriots defender into the end zone if Brees Hall would have got in there.
Yeah, that was, man, absolutely. He's just a smooth player, bro. But he's physical. So that's what you love about him, man. He's smooth. Like, he's an every down back, man. And him and Carter together, man, it's like thunder and lightning, bro.
It's a great 1-2 punch, man. Great 1-2 punch. The only thing they got to clean up a little bit is their blitz pickups, though, because sometimes
no. Only one. Only Carter.
He missed that one bad, dude.
Yeah, he waffled on that one. He did, but he didn't see him coming, and you know what I'm saying. And that's a little on Zach too, because Zach should have seen him coming, but no complaints. No complaints there for me.
So you go from the running backs that did a lot of good things to the tight end group, and this week I pay a lot more attention to Uzama, who, Tyrone, to your point, he blocks a lot, dude. He's in there just pushing people around, do a lot of things. So in terms of like the big plays in the passing game, I think Uzama had a couple catches, but
I think he had one catch.
I saw a lot more with how they were using him. They were pulling him. He was mauling people. So that's clearly the role they had for him. Then Conklin's more like the receiver type. But, dude, they do their job, man. They do like all the dirty work, it seems like.
Yep, absolutely.
No, I'm fine with that role for Uzama. I'd like to see him a little bit more involved in the passing game, especially in the red zone. I feel like he's a big target. Like, he's somebody that, with Garrett Wilson, what he could do on the outside, you put him in single coverage. I mean, that's a matchup nightmare there. You can figure you got to find ways to get Uzama involved, and Conklin, like those guys should be open over the middle. So I'd like to see them a little bit more involved, but for the role that they're doing right now, happy with it. It's making the offense work.
I just think he's getting healthier, and like Tyson just said, man. Listen, if you watch him on the block and all, you watch all Brees's big runs, he's right there sealing it, bro. Like he's an excellent blocker, not a good blocker. He is a above average blocker, man. And so right now, I'm happy with the way they're working, and it's working, and they're using them, bro. Extremely excited about it.
And they're trying to get Rucker involved too. They see it. I think he had a couple snaps. He's going in and out. So they're trying to do that. So then you go to wide receiver group, and it's like. The one thing about Zach Wilson, he was spreading the ball around to everybody, man. He wasn't featured on one guy. He was trying to find the open guy. His reads get rid of the football. So everybody contributed. Corey Davis had another big catch. Garrett Wilson contributed. Elijah Moore, it just seems like you're still waiting for that Elijah Moore moment. Like let's pick up a little bit more. Jeff Smith had a big catch, which was pretty cool to see.
Barrios, nice touchdown run.
Yeah, Barrios, they all like everybody. It's like when they say like complimentary football, it's like everybody contributed at some point to say this is a team win. On offense, I mean, primetime, the receivers, like they all did their job at some point. And Tyrone, to your point, they all block, man. Corey Davis is physical.
He's a
Corey Davis is physical
blocker,
shit.
He gets after it.
And he didn't make a mistake, because if you're watching the one Brees run, he let go of him. He was like, you know what I'm saying? So, listen, these guys, whatever they're doing, they're learning. Right. Yes, they're being taught correctly.
What a concept.
Absolutely.
They're being coached up for sure. But I was impressed by them, like downfield, they're blocking, how they're doing it.
I agree with you about Moore, though. I'm starting to feel like, maybe the ceiling on him is just a number 2, which is perfectly fine. Again, with Garrett Wilson, he's a guy that's going to get featured. If Elijah Moore could be that number 2, that's great. But it just seems like that big play, that tough catch, he's just, for whatever reason right now, he's just not bringing it down. I don't know why.
See, I don't know. I feel a little different than that. I think in the beginning, the last couple of games, they've been trying to feature him. I just think that just the way the ball is bounced and the defense is playing, he just haven't had the opportunity. But I think when it's all said and done, he's going to be just fine, man. I think that we have 2 number ones and a solid and 2 number twos. I see that, and I see more being a number one eventually. I really do.
Yeah, I think it's exciting though. It's like that you had the ability to spurt around, do all these different things. It's just interesting when you get into the red zone how they handle it. They're running the ball a lot. Getting the ball to Michael Carter. Sometimes it's funny because like Brees Hall gets you down there, then they give the ball to Michael Carter. It's like at some point you give the guy it's like the old football.
Yeah,
give
it.
But he's ran 79 yards. Dude, give him the other 1 yard, man. Like damn, you did all the work.
Well, if our
cool.
defensive linemen are tired after 3 snaps, I mean, I figure Brees Hall's got to be tired.
Yeah,
so
well, you know what's
fresh
crazy,
legs
man?
to get it into the end zone.
Yo, I ain't even gonna hold you though. Michael Carter doing the waddle dance. Yo,
that shit
bro.
was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was dope, bro. That was dope as shit.
I was doing that at work today, just going through the hallways, just like waddling around.
So you go from the offense, put up 40 points. They did a lot of good things, man. I guess it wasn't pretty, but in the fourth quarter, game on the line, they made plays. They took advantage of the missed field goal, everything else. So you go to defense, and you know what? It's a tale of like 2 halves, man. Because you watch, you're watching like, all right, it's the backup quarterback. He's making plays with his legs. They're still running the ball effectively, which starts to drive you crazy. And slowly but surely, I mean, John Franklin Myers had a hell of a game. Carl Lawson had a hell of a game. But it's like you look at the linebackers. Like Quan had the big play in the fourth quarter. But it's like the run defense, Tyrone, still just just frustrates you because I was like Mike McDaniel's literally out coaching you. You're being out schemed with the guys that never played in the NFL before. That was kind of like concerning as you go into like the second half when they almost lost the lead.
Just gaping holes in the run defense, just unacceptable. For Raheem Mostert to get over 100 yards on what was it, like 12 carries at one point? I mean, just unacceptable. Yeah. Especially again, like you said, with the third string quarterback in there. I mean, you should be keyed in on the run, and you should be able to get pressure, get in this kid's face. They hit him a little bit. I'll give them some credit for that. I know that they only had 2 sacks, but I think they had 16 quarterback hits. So they were getting
that a day, man. Oof.
Him, JFM, and Quinnen, I think had like 14 of the 16 pressures. Huff too. He had a couple as well. Yeah, I think that was all of them actually. So,
but you see Huff playing like the way he did yesterday, and like how did you just sit him the first 3 games? It still makes you like, what are we doing?
But you know what's crazy? I think the breakdown on Huff was I think he only got 8 plays, bro. And he was
he makes the difference on those plays.
8 plays.
Like you notice him when he's out there.
8 plays and like 4 and like 3 pressures and 3 hits, bro. It's crazy. His numbers are crazy. But I want to go back to what you were saying about the run defense. I really think is gap assignments. I think the linebackers are missing the gap assignment and they're getting touched by the guards and the guards and the centers. I think that's the biggest issue right there. I think these guys they're not disciplined in their gap assignments. That's why these guys are making off these big runs. But it's scary.
Mosley just looks like he's like a step slow on something.
He does.
Always reaching with his arm.
Tyson, he does. He's arm tackling. And he, you know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm no complaints on me tonight. I'm just pointing out certain things. Like I'm noticing the defense, and it's starting to scare me a little bit that we're giving up runs to teams that we shouldn't be giving enough runs to. I think that we should be able to be more disciplined with our run defense because we're not really, you know what I'm saying? We're not really rushing the passer like that. You know what I'm saying? So you expect these guys to be more, but I think that can be cleaned up. And I'm gonna tell you this too, if you guys notice, it's normally not our starters. It's when we do that swap. The second team that comes in with Solomon Thomas and
they had less
Shepard.
reps this week though than they did I think last week.
They did.
The numbers were down a little bit. For them,
they did, but if you notice all the big runs, like Clemens, those guys are on the field. Like with Quinnen and Franklin Myers, and you know what I'm saying. I'm not watching the bigger runs with them. I'm watching guys get run because I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is what people are missing. Quinnen is playing his fucking ass off, man.
He is.
I am telling you, man.
Breakout season we wanted from him.
Listen, he is fucking dominating, bro.
He's getting a sack every week, it seems like.
I don't know what his numbers are within the league, but I promise you he's top 3 in inside lineman. I promise you that. He is fucking killing it, bro.
Well, John Franklin Myers helped him out a ton yesterday because John Franklin Myers was relentless yesterday, man. He was all over the place.
Tyson, Rankins too. Rankins had a few big moves. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying.
Well, I'm excited. Once and that's the thing is once Teron Armstead went out, like our left tackle's out, we got to capitalize on it, and that's why I was getting so frustrated. I'm like, in theory, you're playing a guy that's never played in the NFL before, stack the line of scrimmage, dominate there, stop the run, and force them to beat you with the arm or with his legs, and they couldn't stop the run. I'm like, what are we like? It was frustrating to watch, but then on passing down, they were just. I mean, Carl Lawson, like we've been critical of him early on. He found his legs, man, because he is ridiculous off the edge now, ridiculous.
And you notice each week he's getting better. Like each, you know what I'm saying? And you know what was so crazy is he's not doing a lot of moves, but He's back. He's at the quarterback on almost every single play.
He's big,
Like,
man.
you know, and I know. Remember when we were first signed him, they were talking about his big thing about all the pressures. I understand now. Like, he
Yep.
doesn't get there, but he affects the quarterback to make. And that's why having a guy like Quinnen and Franklin Myers and Huff on the other end, it makes it so beautiful. And when they figure out how to get all this together, like I said, later on in the season,
Yep.
it's going to be something special. So I'm enjoying what I'm seeing from him right now.
But just to be honest, we were about 9 minutes away from absolutely crucifying Saleh. If the Jets would have blown that lead and given up.
Dude, that missed field goal was huge.
Rookie
missed
seventh
field goal
round.
was
I'm saying
enormous.
if the Dolphins would have went up there, do we trust Zach Wilson and offense to make that comeback?
Yes, we just saw it last week.
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, absolutely.
What's once the crowd turns on you like that, though, that's a different environment. Like, I thought they seized the opportunity, like with the missed field goal, the momentum, and they just marched down the field and didn't look back. But if they make that field goal, I think it could have been a different game.
But prime time, I think what
maybe I'm being
what
negative,
it was.
You are.
I think the one thing that, you know what I'm saying, we're kind of speaking on this is, I think they go to that prevent defense, and I hate that. Instead of being aggressive. Like, you know what I'm saying? They started the game off aggressive. That's what we've been asking for.
Well, didn't the Dolphins scored right before halftime? They scored right coming out of halftime. That's like the laughing thing Sal always talks about, exactly what they did. So there goes your big ass lead right there. And the thing is, like, I don't really agree with what Primetime just said. We're like, oh, if they scored like this. No. I think that this Jets team believes themselves. I think
more for just like the mental, like the psyche piece. Being at home, the fans were obviously going to start booing at that point. The Dolphin fans are going to start to get into it. Like, you just worried that swing of momentum was huge, like especially for the Dolphins too. Like, that was their chance to go ahead, and then defense couldn't stop them. So I think the Jets just ran with it, and it was an avalanche, and they couldn't stop it after that.
It's a 54-yard
we
field
poured on
goal,
3 touchdowns in like 5 minutes after that.
That's a 54-yard field goal. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it worked. Listen. I have no complaints tonight, man. To me, one thing I'm gonna say is
that is true though. From Dallas,
I am worrying about CJ.
They've been one of the best fourth quarter teams in all of football for the whole season. So
I'm worried about
maybe
CJ Mosley in coverage. That's the biggest. Only problem I really have is him in coverage on the tight ends, bro. Because he got smoked a couple times. But other than that, that hit that Quan put on
Hill.
Oh,
how about the stiff arm?
Quit it, he threw his ass right front of John. He threw the shit out of him.
Took a beating.
Yeah. But
Elmo, you got to cut Primetime a break. He had his heart broken last night as the Mets choked. I mean, you got to understand that
it would be a completely different vibe tonight. If
this is going to be his demeanor if the Mets didn't choke.
But
just understand. Like, Tyson saw me after the game. I was absolutely fired up, but the Mets clearly brought me down a little bit.
Did you hear what the team used for the Billington board noise? Hill's comments.
Yep.
Jets who? Good. The one that's beat your ass. The one that's 3-2.
Well, so you go, but
division, baby.
So when they were motivated, so you had the linebackers, the run defense is tough. But you look at the corners, I'll tell you what, I love DJ Reed, man. DJ Reed is a player, man.
They got 2 cornerbacks that are playing at a Pro Bowl level right now.
He is awesome. Physical, he's intense, he's a good tackler. Yeah. The pass interference calls, they all got one on him. I don't understand because they like usually it's if you don't turn back
Carter
the ball,
was horseshit.
But he did grab the back of his jersey, but the one like it's like they all look back for the ball. That's as long as you're looking back and putting your arm up, usually get some kind of like a because then meanwhile the play on Corey Davis that they didn't call like that. If you're gonna call pass interference, all the Jets guys, the one on Corey Davis should have been called in too. Then to be fair, you know what I mean?
Yep. Yes, sir.
But DJ Reed, man's a player. He is, dude. I love the way he plays the game. And then you figured that's Sauce Gardner's mentor. Like those two together.
Could you imagine if he came down with that one-handed pick on the sideline?
Oh, yeah, on the sideline, that was
the fact that he even caught that ball. I'm like, holy shit.
Nah,
kid's a player, man.
He's playing at a high level, man.
And he's providing leadership too.
Yeah, absolutely. If you watch him, bro, listen. The one thing I say about him, he's accountable, bro, in every aspect of it, bro. He's doing his job, man. I'm not gonna argue. Like, him and Sauce are playing at a Pro Bowl level, and they're doing their thing, man. I'm just being
that's gonna give the Jets defense a lot more opportunities to be more aggressive with your blitzes. Like slowly but surely, they're blitzing more. They're getting more pressure, which is good because you have the confidence in those two. Obviously, I think teams are going to start attacking Michael Carter more because if Gardner and Reed are going to play like that, they're going to attack Gardner. I know they rotated Eccles in a little bit yesterday too, but I think Tyron, don't you think they're going to start challenging the slot more and say, you know what? I mean, that's
listen. I actually think they will, but I think the linebackers more than anything. But I think with Carter, you can give them help over the top. So it's kind of, you know what I'm saying. Yep. Listen. Whatever. If I got Reed and Sauce, I help Carter or I help my linebackers out. You're not going to beat me any other way because those guys are too damn good. So
Yep.
but I think what Carter, like I think what Primetime said as well, Tyson, I didn't see the whole like y'all guys did. I thought that was a good pass breakup, man. I that was those pass
Yeah, I think
interference, bro.
he was grabbing the back of his jersey with his right
But we
hand.
got 3 of them, man, and I might have gave you one. I might have gave you the one because Sauce didn't really get his head around. You
Right.
can take that if you want to, but the one on Reed and the one on that's just a little much, man. I think it was a little touchy, but like I said, man, overall, you got to give these guys credit because they all come up. I mean, Sauce got to do a better job on run tackling, bro.
Woo!
Yeah, a little bit.
He was a little shaky today, man. He was a little shaky,
Ooh.
man. Like
He
Sauce,
threw an arm out one. He didn't really try for that.
yeah,
But he's like, yeah, I got you can just go right ahead
yeah,
there.
Those
yeah.
Cromartie comparisons are starting to make sense now.
Yep.
Yeah, well, listen, he
Same
stopped,
kinda
but
way.
he stopped that touchdown though because if
He
he wouldn't have
didn't.
did that, he would
Came
have
at
put
the
him on the
one.
one. Yeah,
Yep.
but they still scored. But listen, that
In,
play
in
right
college, though, he had a rep as a good tackler, though, right?
Yeah.
He was always
There's a couple plays
player.
yesterday, dude. It was
No, I
like,
know.
man, it didn't look good at
Yeah,
all.
Even the week before,
was
he had a
all
few of those too.
it
where
was
he
it
was
was
just like
all it
kind of
was all
backing away from
tackling,
the
bro.
play.
Yeah.
Yep.
He really wasn't. He wasn't coming up really sticking. But
Yeah.
that hit on Teddy though, bro. Like and it wasn't nothing vicious or malicious.
Nope.
It was a good sound tackle, bro, and he rocked him. You know what I'm saying?
So, which is good. So, you have like the corners are playing really good. Then you go to safeties where, LaMarcus Jordan had the great game last week.
Yep.
You really weren't sure that, Jordan White had a big play in the fourth quarter last week, but it's like, all right, what are they going to do this week? He had a couple, I think they played a little bit better, but
Yep.
I think I'm just a big Jordan Whitehead fan. I just expect a lot more from him, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe my expectation, because then when he got banged up, Ashton Davis came in for a little bit, but I just think I expect so much more out of him,
Yeah, for the money he's making, both him and Uzama, I feel like the expectations were a lot higher than the
Yeah.
production that we're actually seeing.
I'm going to say this right here. I'm not going to say the money he's making. I just watched him on Tampa Bay, and I watched him fly around and lay the wood on guys.
Yep.
And I think around in this defense right here, and listen, we got to still understand something, guys. This is a new defense for him. You know what I'm saying? So he's still learning the ins and outs of this defense. So he's not. I don't think he's playing. I think he's thinking more and not playing as fast. I think as the season goes on, once he gets more comfortable, he's able to fly around. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Jordan didn't play bad this week. He did not play. But the last 2 weeks,
He seemed like he was playing back
he's
further
stacking him up,
this week,
Tyson.
though.
He's stacking them up, Tyson. He did not play bad because
Well,
he didn't give
Hill,
up
I
big
mean,
plays.
it makes sense if he was.
Yeah,
Wasn't he playing deeper? He seemed like he was playing a lot more, like he was playing back a lot more, and Whitehead was more attacking.
He was deeper, but he's also like what I'm saying. Like if you look at that Mosley pass on to tight end,
Mhm.
like what I'm saying, I think he could have got there a little quicker and a little later would, and he probably wouldn't have got the catch. But the only thing I have to say tonight, I'm not gonna complain about. I do not like Mosley in coverage like that, bro. I just to me a good team's gonna expose him, bro. They really are because he struggles in it, bro. He's struggling. I'd rather see Quan do it, but listen, they're matching him up on their tight ends on purpose. Like they're getting them out there, so
that's what they're going to attack. If and that's why I think even when the Jets played the Ravens, they put Sauce on Andrews. Like they change matchups.
Yeah.
They know we can't match up with certain players. We just can't, and that's where not having Quincy Williams hurts too, because he's probably your fastest guy back there. So.
And I think coaches do a better job of understanding that and adjusting to that mid game. So if it happens 1 or 2 times, you can adjust and move forward. We appreciate that, bro. They got to do a better job with that, though. But listen, overall, man, I have no complaints, man. Like I listen. I was
we don't have
happy.
to. But you even got special teams though, dude. Like Barrios had big returns. Braden Mann had some big punts. Like this is where like we talked about. You want to see a full team. Like everybody had to contribute at some point. They all did, man.
And watching Barrios, I thought he was gone, dude. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I thought he was gone, bro. When he hit that hole, bro, I was like, and that hit that he took on the side, bro. When he got up, bro, that man, I felt that shit, bro. I ain't even lying, bro. Yeah, at the stadium, I knew you guys went fucking crazy with that, bro. That man, I know that just hit the crowd off, man.
We're not reading the whole fucking show. You put them up there.
I was going to comment on the Quan one. He was out there for a good number of snaps. I mean, he had 10 tackles. He was out there quite a bit.
So I want to go to this because this is annoying the living shit out of me right now. So the Jets are 3-2. There are certain members in me that said the Jets were going to go 0-9. Certain that said they're going to go at least 0-5. All these things. So everybody universally said this is a big statement game for the Jets. They went out and won it at home, convincingly towards the end, double-digit victory. It's not our fault the quarterback got knocked out. They knocked him out. They got hit. He got hurt. But the Jets themselves didn't have Zach Wilson for a few weeks. They've been reshuffling their offensive line almost weekly because they're down like their 4th-string left tackle at one point. All this shit. So when the Jets get injuries, it's like, well, that's when we beat somebody that has a couple injuries. Oh, well, you guys are just lucky. You guys are just. Here's the deal, dude. Give the Jets fucking credit, man.
Bingo.
Like Joe Douglas assembled a young team with some talent. We're talking about game-breaking talent. We just talked about your 2 corners. You have 2 running backs, all kinds of receivers. AVT's doing all kinds of shit. All this stuff, and Zach Wilson, a young quarterback. They're winning with young players. It's not like the Ryan Fitzpatrick days when you had Brandon Marshall, Eric Decker, all these guys, all veterans. This is a young team trying to find themselves and winning games. Like if they would have lost yesterday, all these fucking clowns would be like, oh, same old Jets lost this game. And then they win and they get to, oh, no, well, they're lucky. It's not luck, dude. They played a 4-quarter game and they won it. They grinded it out. Young team found the way and they beat a good Dolphins team. So it's a backup quarterback. So what? That's the NFL, man. You see, look at the Cowboys.
They did exactly what they should do against a backup quarterback
exactly.
like that. If you want to be taken seriously as a competitive team in this league, that is exactly what you do against a backup 7th-round rookie quarterback.
No.
You win by 23 points.
You know what gets me is someone was like, "Yo, when the tackle went out, bro, we on our 15th tackle, bro. I'm not trying to hear that shit. We've been chefing the offensive line around since training camp." Yep. So now, and like Tyson, you got to, Tyson, that's a really good point, bro. Like, they hate us, and that's the problem. Like this fake ass Brady Quinn. You weren't even a good quarterback, dude. Let's be 100.
But it's not him. It's a lot of people in media. It's like, everybody's like, oh, the Jets are going to lose this week. Jets going to lose. Like the Jets went, oh, well, they're lucky, this, that, and that. At some point, you got to give them credit, dude. Like, look, I'm one of the biggest critics of Saleh and his staff on this team. You got they came back and won last week. Yesterday was a hard-fought win. And in the 4th quarter, they ball out, dude. Yep. They literally take their game to another level. They're obviously in shape. They're well coached and prepared, and they want it more than you do. Period. Yep. They wanted it more, dude. They came out and just took it. How do you not give them credit? That's the NFL, dude. Yep. Winning is all that matters. Doesn't matter if it's by 10, 20, or by 1. Win the game, you move on. It's all that matters.
Like you said, though, when it's with the young players, though, and you get a sense that, all right, we're finally turning that corner and, like, there's some legitimate direction here, like, that's where it actually means something. It isn't like, it's a flash in the pan 1 or 2 year thing. Like, you're actually building a foundation here, and you're seeing young players start to live up to their potential. And it's like some of these guys, it's star potential, too.
But look at these are legitimate building blocks. Just look on defense. Quinnen Williams, DJ Reed, Sauce Gardner. Those are 3 legitimate building blocks that you say, now we know what we're going to build off of. On offense, you got playmakers everywhere, and they're just learning their role in the offense. They're just getting in sync with Zach. Like once they get this offensive line cleaned up a little bit, and Elijah Vera Tucker's a building block, dude, just give him a little bit more time and get this figured out. There's all kinds of stuff here. That's why, like, listen, I don't understand people discounting the Jets today. I genuinely don't understand it. I don't. Like, I just think you guys are haters and you want to be that person and you're not paying attention.
Well, like you said, though, I mean, all the predictions were 0-9, 1-8 for the first time. So for everyone that made those predictions, they have to justify it somehow and say, oh, well, they got lucky. It was a backup quarterback in 2 of the 3 games. Like there are a million different excuses that you can make, but they're fucking 3-2. They won the game. Period.
Feel better, bro. This kid got hurt playing football, man. Feel better, dude. That was great meeting you, man.
Great meeting you in the parking lot, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Go kill it in football, bro.
Well, listen, I'm going to say this right here. We look at the beginning of the season. Everyone said we will be 0-9 or when will our first victory be? They don't know when it was going to be. We're 3-2, bro. What else can you say? And listen, football is always about luck because people get injured every single week. Yep. You always have to adapt.
Next man up.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So to say that the Jets are going to be 0-9, and we're 3-2, and you don't give them no kind of credit. I love that. Let them keep flying the radar. Let us keep going in there, beating teams, and doing what we got to do. But listen, we got Green Bay this week, beatable. We got Denver next week, beatable.
Green Bay's a tough spot, but I just think one thing I do like is I like the way Saleh's handling it, where it's like you don't get too high after the wins, don't get too low after the losses. Like you got to keep this thing reeled in too. I
just wanted to go back to this though, like. These guys are taking this shit personally.
They are.
Some of the hits and like the dances, like they're taking not just like the outside noise, but just like the way that they're being perceived, the same old Jet shit. Like they realize they got a chance to do something special. They realize they're talented. I think Breece Hall had the quote after the game. Like we realize we're fucking good. Like they want to go out and show it. Like football means something to these guys, and they know they're fucking good.
And prime time, what did he say?
Special, man. It's starting to come together. This is fun, dude. It really
prime
is.
Time, what did he say? We can only get better. Like they haven't either.
They played 5 games.
If you watch Breece in the first couple of games and watch how he's running the ball now,
completely different runner. Yep.
Totally
even Lawson too.
Bro.
Yep. Lawson.
Even Lawson looks completely different.
I love this, man. And listen, Zach got a long way to go, bro. He's been out. Yes, sir.
I like the way Zach played yesterday. I like the
that
way he
catch
played
Garrett,
yesterday, dude.
that catch Garrett had yesterday, when he caught it and jumped back and then went again, bro. First down run, that was big, bro.
But I
Big,
like,
man.
but see, I like, kind of like, and this is what Jomo's saying here. He's like, Salah's saying all the right things. He is like, listen, like
Yep.
it's you against the world, and you have this young team. And I like they all say, like, listen, we weren't here 3 years ago when you guys sucked. We weren't here. We don't care about what happened 3 years ago. We care about what we know now and what we are now. That's all that matters. Like, don't live in that same old Jets past. Like, oh, you used to always lose games like this. Guy, like, we weren't here when you guys lost those games. We don't give a shit who lost those games ago. I love when they say that. And to the point in the chat is, I like that these players have an attitude. Like, they don't like being called the same old Jets. They don't like losing, being looked down upon, made fun of. And they take it personally. And that's where when you draft guys that love the game of football and they buy into Salah's message where it's like, you know what, team first, this is our house, this is our team. When they're all buying into his stuff and they're all fighting for one another, that goes a long way, dude. Because that's when you against the world, especially when you go on road games and tough games, or when you're down in the fourth quarter, but we've already done this. We've been there, done it. We're going to do it again. And now you're doing it again. So now you start believing more and more in yourselves.
Yeah, absolutely, Tyson. I agree with you wholeheartedly, 100%. No, I'm just, no, it's like you said, but listen, the thing about it is, man, these guys are finding a way to win.
Yep.
I don't care what you say. That shows character, the measure of a man, bro. You could be down like Tyson. I'll give you a prime example. When you ran that race and you were like, yo, the 48 miles, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, yo, he's like, I wanted to quit. I did not have anything left.
Yep.
And you fought through it. So when you're in a game and you're down and you find a way to come back, that builds character, man. So the next time you go through it, you know,
you didn't.
Guess what? I'm hurting, but I'm gonna get through this, man. Yo, listen. I'm not saying Salah, everything he says I believe, bro, but I'm telling you, man, he got these guys playing right now. He got these guys playing good, man, and I'm extremely
but it's also
and happy, bro.
But it's also on Zach's resume now, where it's like, all right, we've now engineered 2 fourth quarter wins back-to-back weeks. Like, that's him. Like, the Jets are 2-0 with him. That's what matters. Like, it's not, this isn't fucking Flacco. This isn't Ryan Fitzpatrick. This isn't Sam. Like, this is your young franchise quarterback that he's leading comeback victories. So now when they get in a situation, say again next week, all right, boys, just like last time, we can do, like, they're all going to figure it out. And, like, Corey Davis making the clutch catch. Carl Lawson, fourth quarter, big plays. Like, they're all, like, it seems like the same players are making the big plays in the fourth quarter, which is what you want to see. And it's like, you know, strip sacks and all this other shit. Dude, it's exciting, man. We haven't seen football like this in a long time, dude. We haven't.
Tell me you didn't want to see Quentin score, though, bro. Tell me you
did,
didn't want to see.
I would have loved
Bro, tell me you ain't.
He'd been
Bro,
dancing like crazy.
yeah, when he threw Hill, bro, I was like, yo, please just get in the end zone, bro. 5 more steps, man. Get it, big fella.
Threw that boy like DJ Jazzy Jeff at a freshman's house. Just
it's crazy, bro.
No, it's a good time, man. It's 3-2. It's like I'm enjoying. Like, everybody's like, well, if we win this game and that game and that, I'm like, right now I'm just enjoying this. I'm enjoying 3-2. We won an AFC East game, and it was cool because you saw Salah. They asked him, like, well, you said that you want to start winning AFC East games and home games. He had this big smile on his face. But that's it. And that's what you did. This is your first step of your process. This is it. And now you just got to keep working off it, which is
and that's where Salah deserves so much credit, because 2 weeks ago, last home game, you know, you had the thing with Quinnen and the other coach and like all the receipt comments kind of biting him, and you know he kept this thing together. He got the players to believe, to buy in, and they're playing at a high level right now, and the young players are improving, and that's what's most important.
It's an interesting question right here. Prime time, not to throw salt in the wound, but you ready for some New York baseball tomorrow?
I don't even think I could watch.
That's a little salt right there, Vinny. That's a little salt there, Vinny.
I didn't watch any of the.
Garrett Wilson's got a question for you too. You want to answer Garrett Wilson?
You guys really gonna do this to me?
Listen, but see now, see Tyrone. As I stayed classy, I did not do one thing on Twitter all day today. I didn't take any shots at. I did.
Yeah, because you were saving it for the stream, you jackass.
No, I wasn't. I haven't said a word. Steve attacked him first thing in the morning. I didn't do nothing. I didn't even comment on that.
All day.
I did not. I said not a word. Nothing
Text
about
and
it.
Comments.
I'm not even picking on prime time, man. Listen, when I watched that video last night, like I said, I drove all night. I didn't start driving like 6 this morning.
You can see the pain in my eye. I watched the video in the morning. I'm like, wow, I look like shit.
Hey, look, man, I was about to text you this morning, bro. Like, yo, bro, I'm here for you, bro. Like, that shit look bad, bro.
It was funny. Afram texted me. Afram's like, yo, is Kevin okay? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I said, he was fine yesterday. And he watched it. I didn't watch it yet.
Tyson, listen, he was literally about to break the He was like, yo, it was
soul
yo,
crushing, man. It was
yeah,
such
it
a
was-
great season. Like legitimately, speaking as a fan, it was such a great season for 150 plus games or however long it lasted into September before it started to turn into
Yo.
shit. 175 days in
Hey.
first place. 175 days in first place, and they don't even get a real playoff game. One fucking hit, and a winner go home. One fucking hit.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the positive is now
They,
you can
they,
just
they
focus,
did so many things wrong down the stretch.
You can just focus on the
Look
Jets
what
now.
they did
That's
at the
good.
fucking trade. Like for a team that's supposed to be like win now. Like we're not talking about a young Jets team, right? Like that's not what the Mets are. Their two aces are 37 years old, and the other one's about to become a free agent. Motherfucker. Like this was supposed to be a win now team. Anybody other than Francisco Alvarez should have absolutely been traded if you could have gotten somebody at the deadline, whether it was Soto, Bell, Hader, any one of those guys would have been amazing for the Mets. Instead, we get Darren fucking Ruff and Daniel Vogelbach.
Let's go Yanks.
Bullshit.
Tyson,
Can't be last place teams in September.
Only Tyson, baby. Only Tyson, baby.
And dude, they wait to call up their best prospect until the biggest series of the year. How does that make sense? They waited until the Braves series with 6 games left in the year.
Big Bird, I'm not going to get credit for that prediction, but you're actually right, Big Bird. I did predict that.
I mean, it would help if the opposing pitcher didn't have any wax on his ears, but
Buck Schultz looked like a clown doing that, man. It's like this, like
well, no, bullshit.
How am I getting blamed?
No,
you can't blame me for that one. Don't put that on me.
You know why I completely disagree with that? If you watch the entire series, what did the Padres hitters do the entire game, all game, every game? What did they do? If you watched it, did you watch or no?
Why would I watch the Mets? I like the playoffs didn't start.
Almost,
the playoffs start tomorrow. I don't watch English
almost
baseball.
Every single batter, at least 2 or 3 times per at bat, we're stepping out to break the rhythm of our pitchers.
It sounds like an Adam Gase excuse, Tyrone. This is
no
shit. Like
I don't. Did I complain about it? No,
you are right now.
No, I'm not complaining about it. I'm justifying what Buck did, not as like, oh, maybe he really had wax, but you got to do everything you can to try to break the pitcher's rhythm, right?
Yep.
Season's on the line. You're down 4-0. Why not do it? Right?
Yep.
Like my only issue, he should have did it earlier. Like that picture was on Twitter in the second inning. He should have did it earlier. Your season's on the line. Their hitters are doing everything they need to fuck up your pitcher. Why not do the same? Right? Am I wrong?
Are you guys? Here's a question. Are you guys going to any more games? You got any more games, prime time?
I mean, I have tickets for all of them, so I might.
There you go. There's the answer to that. Let's see. Baseball Guru Book. Do you guys see the Jets being 7-3 at the bye?
Whoa.
I ain't going that far, bro. Let's take it game by game. Listen. Hey, I will say this. I will say this though. I actually, because I forgot the Giants and Green Bay played, right? So I ended up catching the second half of that game when I really watched it, man.
If they beat Green Bay.
Listen,
maybe
their run defense for Green Bay is horrible. Like, bro, when I say bad, bro, we got a chance, bro. And I don't mean we got a puncher's chance. We got a real fight chance, bro. Like it's not
7-3.
No, I'm not going 7-3.
Let's just get to 4-2.
Hey, listen, I'm going.
Well, they're going to beat Denver. They're going to beat the Patriots.
I assume. So now we're just locking it in now. That's it. 5-4 at the bye, 6-4 at the bye.
Prime time. Listen, I'm not even going to hold you guys, man. After what I've seen with Green Bay, we got a chance to beat Green Bay this week, bro. That's big. I'm just gonna say that.
Packers are coming off a London game too, but they're also coming off a loss too. That's gonna be
Tyson.
I understand, dude.
That's a long flight back.
Tyson, they don't look good, bro. They don't look good.
I've watched the Packers. I know. The pass offenses, they're not unstinking pass.
Who's their number one receiver?
Is it Lazard or is it the other guy?
So, right?
They have Christian Watson too. They got a bunch of guys there.
Yeah, but our cornerbacks against nobody.
We've seen
they can run, but they can run the ball. They got good running backs though too, though, man.
Yeah, they do got, that's gonna be the biggest thing with us. But Tyson, they can't stop the run either, though, bro.
So now we're saying the Jets gonna be 7-3 at one point now. That's you guys are telling me?
Jets might not lose another game the rest of the year. I mean, if we're being honest here.
We can't handle success, man. We're 3-2. We can't handle success at all.
Look, we won. We 3-2, and then we said 15-2, baby. That's
right.
15-2.
You got Randall Cobb.
This is Coach Salah's "you play to win the game" moment. Propels the Jets right to the playoffs.
Play to win. Listen,
6-4.
Right to the playoffs.
You are what your record say you is, right?
Yeah, I mean this
That's it.
would be interesting. I mean,
Hey,
they go up.
I got a question though for you guys.
Okay,
Who gets rookie of the week, Sauce or Brees?
I give it to Sauce because Brees already got one.
Isn't there an offensive or
right?
defensive or just
It's
one?
just
No,
one.
I think it's one. I think it's the belt. Hey, look, I
That's
want
right,
Sauce
yeah.
to get it, but yo, what Brees did last week, bro,
It's got to be
100
Brees. It's gotta be
197
Brees.
yards.
He's
Yeah,
It
probably
has to be
listen.
Brees.
Can you imagine how pissed off Buffalo is that they didn't get to get the best running back in the draft? We stole him.
Jets
I know they
Twitter
put
should
his
find a
best
way to
running
like make it a
bro.
tie between Sauce and Brees, so they can like
I
share.
don't,
the
I don't
belt.
think Buffalo's too pissed. Well, there's rumor now is that Buffalo could get
McCaffrey. I
McCaffrey.
saw that. Fuck.
Oh, woo, that
That was
what?
bad. Him and
Yep.
Diggs
That
on the
was
field.
that's so,
Oof.
Well,
bro,
that
listen,
whole Matt Rule experience, he made up like a
Oh.
bandit. He
Hey,
coached
hey,
like
Ty-
shit. He's making
Tyson.
$40 million.
Tyson, you know what's crazy? Didn't he sound like a
Good point
6-year
about
contract?
Buck.
Yep.
They said
He's
they're
getting
paying,
$40 million to not coach.
Yeah.
40.
At least he got to pick his own staff though.
hey, prime time. When I saw him get fired today, I said, "Damn, but we dodged one with that one, didn't we?"
And Sam
Yeah, we
Darnold
got
starts all over with another head coach.
Poor Sam. Oh well,
Yeah,
we got
it's
Zach.
brutal.
What's that? His like fifth head coach?
It doesn't matter. He's not even he's hurt.
Well, Baker's hurt now too.
They're all hurt.
Yo, man, Baker's at. Well, man.
Let's see. Would I go any more games? Maybe another one. Maybe one more.
Tyson
The Jets win the next two road games. You know you're coming to the
Tyson will
game,
be
next
at
home game.
Tyson will be at the Patriot game on the 30th. He'll be there.
If the Jets have got it, how many more? The 30th? What are we at? 2 weeks? 17, 20? Maybe.
Tyson will be at the 30th. He'll be there on the 30th.
Why is that? Because you're going?
I'll be there
For now.
For them.
Listen, I'll be. Yo, you see Joe Cool? And Tyson, you ass. Tyson's like, yeah, Tyrone isn't responding to anything. What kind of shit?
Because what happens is,
You tell the story.
well, first of all, it's a good question right here from Ayla. Who's your favorite rookie so far? That's a good question, man.
I got 4. I'm sorry.
No, that's not. Don't pull Steve here. You got to answer the question. You got to pick one.
I'll say Garrett.
I'm gonna say Sauce.
I'm gonna say what y'all said. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not picking what they. I love all of them.
Come on, don't dodge the question.
I
What
mean,
kind of shit is that?
you know. I
Make a
wanted
choice.
Sauce.
You have to buy one jersey right now from a rookie
you know,
this year.
You know I wanted Sauce, so I'm gonna say Sauce. But if I can do offensive defense, then you know what I'm saying. It's a tie
Offense and
between-
defense.
I'm just saying, man. Yo, listen. Isn't it crazy that we got this much talent in one draft, though? Does this just blow your
Did
mind?
he answer the
though?
question or no?
I said
Sort of.
Sauce. I said
Okay.
Sauce.
So now back to the story. So we're sitting here tailgating, and these guys were so nice to come by and have, Kevin's cooking up all kinds of food, we're hanging out. And the guy's like, I got to tell you something, man. He's like, I was really disappointed. And I'm like, what did Kevin do? He's like, it's not
Story.
Kevin. It's Tyrone. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, he goes, you guys, well, me, basically, you always answer my tweets. Because I'm like, well, that's, I'm a nice guy. He goes, I tweeted Tyrone. He never responded to me.
Yo, man, I'm so sorry, bro. Like,
So,
I mean,
so then now we look like assholes because we're the one taking the bullets for you because like, well, listen, Tyrone's busy. I mean, granted, all you gotta do is go on your Twitter account and look at it and be like, well, I just can respond to it. But we took one for you, man. Just we're nice guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. That's love, baby. That's love. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I do not believe in the name with curse. I think the Jets are just an incompetent organization for a long period of time with bad ownership, and hopefully that's changed a little bit. But and so now, Tyrone, are you gonna make a promise to our subscribers that you're gonna answer tweets?
I'm gonna do my best to answer.
How hard is it to do, man?
Yo, listen. Number one, bro. Listen, I drove last night from 11 o'clock till like 6 something this morning, bro. No sleep. So then I you know what I'm saying?
haven't slept since
unloaded
Saturday.
today. Yo, listen. Hey, sometimes, bro, I don't look at I don't go on Twitter. I don't go on TikTok. I don't go on Facebook. I
don't know, man. Every time I peek on Facebook, your shit's always somewhere, man. So I think you're full of shit right now.
I'm just saying, bro.
So we're gonna say, here's a question.
I'm responding to tweets.
What does our record have to be going into Bills week for you? For me to go?
Buffalo?
I'm not going.
He's not going. He's not going. Like he's not going. Yo.
It could be a win you're in. I'm still not going. I'm a jinx. Every time I go, they lose.
If it's a win you're in, you have to go.
I'm definitely not going.
No, hell no. If it's a win you in and Tyson goes, it's gonna be a problem.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah,
Elmo, I got you.
and
man.
this
30, man.
and this is the other problem that Tyrone causes for us. I literally make a video. We put it all over social media where we're gonna be at. He still gets the shit wrong, and people still went to the wrong lot yesterday. We had people in J, we had people in all over the place. F. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing in F. We never mentioned F. I'm like,
I think somebody said they were in like C23.
Yeah. Like,
I
I'm like,
didn't
we
know.
never went since
I
C.
said J21. One mistake. One quick mistake.
Wait,
J21.
you said
How's
yo,
that?
you said J22 when we were in J21. Then we said we're
Okay.
gonna be an L, and you said some other shit. Like,
No,
fucking
I did
messes
say
like-
L. I did say L, though. I did say L. Hey, listen, I had to go back.
Yeah, there's
and I
only
was-
22
listen,
lots in L.
Yo, listen, I did go back on Facebook and corrected it when I told my man Mike, stand up for me, Mike. You know I reached back out to you and
Yeah,
told
because
you
I
we're
went in there, I
gonna be
saw
L.
it. I'm like, why is
Yo.
Tyrone giving the wrong answer here?
Yo, hey, Doc, we were on the show and you was like, yo, we're gonna be L. Oh shit, I gotta go back. I went back that night and I was like, yo, Mike, boom, 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 here we go.
One job.
One job, exactly, bro. And I
One
fumbled.
job.
I'm telling you, man.
So now there's a lot of 2 and 3 and 3 and 2 teams in AFC. Does 9 wins get you in the playoffs? I don't think so.
9 might be tough, but I think
Nope.
10 will.
And
10
if you
will.
be 9, you have to have a great conference record then.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be you want 10, man.
AFC definitely isn't as stacked as we once thought it was. That's for damn
Isn't
sure.
it, man? Yo, because if you thought that anybody thought that Oakland, well, the Raiders and Denver would have been as bad as they are right now, you would have thought that.
Broncos
Oh, yeah.
suck.
Broncos. suck
Colts
for
have been
sure.
terrible. I
Colts
thought
been
they were.
really
I
good.
thought they were going to be great.
Yep.
But it's early though, man. A lot of these teams you start off slow and you run off like 5,
Yo,
6 in a row. And then,
Pittsburgh suck. Yo, that ass from Pittsburgh took yesterday, bro. That was an old-fashioned ass with them, bro. Buffalo
Yep.
beat the brakes off that ass, bro. It's horrible.
so now we're talking. Now Jomo's already about the wild card seeds in fucking week 5. Man,
I like it, Joe.
Hey, you know what, Joe Mo? I'm gonna ride with you. You know why? Because normally week 5, we're talking about the draft. So it's great for a change of scenery around here. You feel me?
yeah, it's nice to be like week 6. We're still like somewhat relevant. We're all happy. We're expecting like competent football.
Tyson, what we say, Tyson, in prime time, what we say? Meaningful games in December, baby. That's all I want.
Yep.
Meaningful games in December. That's all I listen. That's all I've ever asked, man. Just give me that, bro. Give me that.
Let's see, so now we got a baseball question.
Oh.
Prime time. How are you a Mets guy when you live in Jersey?
Well, my parents grew up in New York. My dad grew up in the Bronx. Mom grew up in Brooklyn. My mom lived about 15 minutes outside of Shea Stadium. So when she was growing up, she used to get dropped off there all the time. My dad worked there in '69, ran on the field when they won the World Series. So it's been in my blood.
All right, get that. There you go. Thank you. It was great meeting you yesterday, man. That you're the person that Tyrone didn't tweet back. That's the one.
Great
He's the
meeting
one.
you, man.
I love you, bro. Well,
We had a great
man.
time meeting everybody, but it was just like the topic always with Tyrone. Why isn't Tyrone here?
You know
and
what,
why
man?
does he tweet us
Listen.
back?
You know what? I'm gonna say this on the 30th, man. Check this out. Hugs at half price, man. First one is free. Every other hug after that is half price, man. Got you guys.
We're going to have like an autograph table for Tyrone. Like, put like
Sure.
a little, like a red,
Listen.
little red
Yo,
carpet,
listen.
an autograph
Yo, listen,
table,
man.
like
Yo,
little
listen.
strobe
Give him a
lights and
Hollywood
stuff.
star.
Listen.
Yep.
Hold on, listen. You're not paying enough for autographs, man. Listen, we're not doing that. So
So we're gonna do.
First hugs are
We'll call it the Tyrone Lounge. Put like
look,
the big
look,
right there.
look. Listen, Tyson. First hug is free. Yo, hey, look. I told you guys before. This hug right here, yo, $5. Big hug, big fella hug, $20. You know what I'm saying? Half price.
Why did you say
spin.
2? He said 2 for 20.
Yeah, 2 for 20. That's it. Special.
Sounds like a ripoff.
Yo, I love
So
y'all,
just so
man.
you guys
I
know, but
it
when
is.
Tyrone goes in the 30th, we probably won't know what lot he's gonna be in. So don't worry, but you won't see him anyway.
It'll change 5 times.
Absolutely.
And he'll probably
Absolutely.
show up like 11:45. So you know.
Hey, nah, I'm actually gonna be early this time, bro. I'm coming up. I'm actually gonna come up on Saturday.
What's early for you?
I'm gonna when y'all are there, I'm gonna be there, bro. I'm coming up Saturday night. I'm not gonna leave it like my man was like, yeah, we drop. Nah, I'm coming up Saturday night. Yeah, I got straight. So
Do you guys expect playoffs based off the start? I do not.
nah, I'm not going that far yet. I'm happy.
I'm
I'm
happy,
happy,
but I'm
but-
still in the
yeah.
8-win mark. I think they have a lot to prove. There's a lot.
Do I expect it? Probably not. But do I think it's realistic with the way the
Yeah.
rest of the AFC is playing right now and the way the schedule
Yeah.
kind of softens up after the
Yeah.
bye? Absolutely, I do.
Yeah, but listen, the one thing we got to do, prime time and Tyson, we got to learn how to do. We got to beat the team we're supposed to beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's
Yep.
what it comes down
Yep.
to.
Like
And that-
the
that'll
Denver
determine a
game,
lot.
even though it's a road
Yep.
game, they're not a good team, man.
Yep.
They're playing like shit.
Yep.
No,
The
I agree, guys.
The Lions, the Patriots, games that we should be favored in, we need to close out and win. Bottom line.
It's amazing that we're having these conversations right now. We're talking playoff scenarios at 3-2. This is how you know we haven't won in a while. We're not used to having to handle any kind of
Nah,
success right
We're
now.
not used to success, baby. But we'll take it.
But I tell you what,
Last time they were 3-2 was with Josh McCown. We were talking the same way,
Yeah.
and then it just went to shit after that.
Fist magic, baby.
No, it was McCown that year.
yeah, and
They were 3-2.
I saw this one too, where it's like,
2017.
oh, if the Jets beat the Packers, they were tired from London. I don't really care. Like, let teams be tired. Let them be whatever. Let's just keep stacking up wins.
Nah,
I don't care.
Bro, listen.
And then it'll be
Hey,
Russell Wilson's injury the next week, and then the
Yep.
Patriots
Yo,
third string
hey,
quarterback of the weekend. It's always gonna be
Big
something.
Dog, listen.
Let him
I'm
keep
gonna say this
talking.
right here. Like, no, let them keep talking. But the Pats didn't look good to me, bro. I'm serious. They did not look good.
Nope.
But you know what scares me about this game right there? The only thing that scares me is his big brother's the other coach. He knows his brother. He knows his tendencies. You got to switch everything up,
Yep.
bro. That's the one thing that we're gonna get out coached.
He knew
Because
McDaniel
both
too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, to answer Big Bird's question, MetLife was awesome, dude. Yesterday was the first time walking out of stadium where you're proud, you're loud, you're taunting people, the chants. Like, dude, from our seats, you heard chants in the escalator, in the parking lot. You heard them everywhere. Dolphin fans are scurrying like little fish that they are. It was funny as shit, man. Like, Jet fans are fired up yesterday.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
We hadn't had an environment like that in at least a couple of years.
It's been a
really
long time.
cool to
I
see.
can tell because both of y'all voices
My
are
voice is
raspy as
shit.
shit right now.
I tried to make a
Tyson
video
and
last night. I
yours.
couldn't even talk. It hurt to talk last night.
Yo, both
I
of y'all
couldn't
voices
either.
sound raspy as hell right now.
Oh,
And I
Absolutely.
couldn't sleep too. And I finally I did a video at like 1:30 in the morning. I was like, fuck it, I can't
it's
sleep.
hype,
So
we're in step 2 of the growing process. Step 1, we lose games like yesterday. Dude, if we're being honest, step 1, we'd lose games like yesterday and the Steeler game. We'd lose both those games usually.
Absolutely, yep.
So, I mean, it's interesting. It's a fun time right now. How many Dolphin fans were there? Was a lot. How many do you think were there for prime time?
well, I mean, they had that one entire section, which was, I filmed them all gracefully leaving at the end of the game before it was over.
There was a lot in my section. I was in section 104 at Richie. Shout out to Jets Media too, man. He did a really good job with his event yesterday. There was a lot in my section, man. There's probably 5 or 6 to the right of me. There's one bozo behind me. There was a lot. So
I'll tell you what, though, they weren't that loud. At least not as loud as like
they were losing the whole game.
Even when they were starting to come back, though, like they weren't really bringing any noise or energy. Like Jet fans were just drowning them out.
There was definitely a lot of them there, though. But the parking lot was fun too. It's just a different environment, man. It's just nice to have that kind of environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, well, anybody else? I live about an hour away. How far are you? Probably you're closer.
I'm about like 35 minutes, but it took me hour and 15
Can we
minutes
talk
to get out
about
of that
that
parking
for a
lot.
second?
Yes,
Can we
let's please talk about that
this?
shit.
So,
First, before we even talk about the drive out of the stadium, how long did we wait? Because I keep seeing that comment. Oh, just wait, hang out for an hour. We did that at least for an hour, right?
bro, we stayed in the parking lot for an hour to let all the parking lot empty out. So you know what? The initial area, there's no lines.
Yeah.
We get to the exit of the stadium. I waited an hour.
I
Tyrone.
saw the picture you, Tyson. I saw the picture you put up there, yo.
I was like,
Stand still, stop traffic. I saw
Stop,
that.
like literally stopped for an hour.
Yo.
I'm like, how is this humanly possible? And we waited an hour. It's just
Well, what you have to do is turn on the GPS because they'll kind of guide you around like the areas that are stuck. So I end up like going the complete opposite direction just to get out of all the traffic. But then eventually I somehow wind up back on Route 3 or 46 and I find my way home. But it's just a
it
nightmare
was
getting out of there.
awful.
We
Well, I had to
waited
go-
at least a fucking hour and it was still completely.
I had to
backed
go down the
up. It's
turnpike.
crazy.
I had to get Jay to the airport. And it was
Yeah.
just like this. We just sitting there. I was just fuming. I'm like, I'm tired. Been in the sun because 104. We're on the sunny side. We roasted yesterday, and it's like just sitting. I'm just like, how does this? Like, why is MetLife like this? I just don't understand how it always ends up like that. It's crazy, man.
I thought we were in the clear too. Like there were no cars like by the lot at all.
Yep.
And then once you turn that little corner, it's like everything was just completely backed up.
I mean, I would, dude. Jersey getting back to the shore yesterday was a complete just awful. Let's see. What was this? What did Dan comment up here? Say we win the next 2. Let's make it to the Jets-Patriots game. All right. If the Jets win the next 2, we'll have a big Let's Talk Jets tailgate for the Patriots. How about that?
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We'll do it. I'll go
What
to
if,
that
they,
game.
what if they win one of 2?
That's not what I just said. They don't win 2. They win 2, I go. They lose 1, I'm out.
Is there a consolation prize or?
Yeah, I'll stream both of them.
I mean, for the Patriot game.
I'll stream it for you guys while you're there. I'll be your color commentator. Let's talk Jets Barstool.
That should happen.
That would be
Yes,
funny
sir.
as hell. All right.
What?
So what we'll do is, I guess anybody has other questions or comments? Tomorrow night, we'll bring all the callers on. Talk about here we go. Excellent, dude. They were phenomenal. I had a prime time. I loved it. Did you like them prime time?
They were good. They were loud though.
They were loud.
Really loud.
They were
Couldn't
very
even like
loud.
understand what they were saying, but it was good though. I got into it.
Yeah. Prime time was like moshing and stuff. Then I saw, and just for the other, I saw on Friday night, I saw Bush, Allison Chains at Breaking Benjamin. Bush was not what I thought, a little bit not that good. Breaking Benjamin was really good, and Allison Chains was just I didn't like it. I was
Really?
Yeah, they were all right. They sounded all right, but like the energy of Breaking Benjamin was so good. When Alice in Chains came on, you're ready for more, and you're just like, oh, people started leaving.
Really?
It was crazy.
Whoa.
So, and shout out to my fighter, Tyrone.
Yo, listen. I was about to ask you. I saw you in the
What's
ring,
up with
baby.
that?
I saw you in the ring, baby.
That's
yes,
right.
sir.
And the cool thing is that his opponent changed a week out. So basically, the promoter's like, listen, we got like this is our fighter's first fight. So he's like, all right, his opponent had 3 fights. So I'm like, well, that's not ideal because that's a lot of experience, man. First fight, this guy has 3 fights, but I'm like, you know what? Let's just go for it. And the kid did awesome, man. He dropped him in the first round, dropped him in the second round, and he finished him in the third.
Yeah, I saw you in the ring, bro. I wanted to ask you about that too. Man.
Oh, it was awesome, dude. He worked his ass off. He worked so hard for that shit.
Absolutely.
Especially beating an experienced guy, man. That's tough to do. And the guy was bigger.
Yeah.
He was bigger, more experienced.
Yeah, where's old girl at, man? The one you were working with, man. Like, yo,
She moved to Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, she's still training.
Still fighting though? Okay.
Yeah. No, she's not in Florida. She's doing good though. So yeah, definitely a good weekend, man. Jets win. My fighter won. Playoff baseball starts tomorrow. Like life is good, man.
Yeah, true indeed. If you're a Yankees
Man,
fan,
you know,
absolutely.
the frauds got exposed, and that's it.
I guess they'll be watching from home.
I can't even talk shit. I can't even talk shit. We had
You
one
good,
fucking
Joe.
hit. We had one fucking hit.
That's
Let's
right.
go Yanks.
We can always do that. With
Damn,
that
man.
memory.
Yeah, that's
We shouldn't put Padres.
Oh man.
At least hockey starts tomorrow. Let's go Rangers.
Yep, that's right. All right, so thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. Tomorrow night we'll be live at 8. You guys come on, talk to us, and that's it. So we will talk to you guys tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Have a good night.